Well, in the middle of the energetic hustle and bustle of college students lies a quiet sanctuary. The college, Hampton University, the sanctuary, Hampton VA National Cemetery. And you may not realize it's the final resting place for many highly decorated African-American soldiers in tonight's Hampton Roads Hidden History. This is the story of 4 soldiers who've made an everlasting impact here and across the country. Behind the gates at Hampton University, thousands of headstones belonging to those who've served and protected. The cemetery was here first.
We have almost about 30,000 interments.
Among the 638 unknown soldiers buried here are headstones with clear names, clear dates, allowing us to get a better picture of who they were, what they did for us.
Just a story of valor.
Rupert Sargent, a Virginia State University grad, a highly decorated Vietnam veteran. He received the Medal of Honor. He died at 29 years old after throwing himself onto 2 grenades to save 2 of his fellow soldiers.
It's just monumental. It's something that we in Hampton need to know. We perhaps take that for granted. It's something that the people that live in the city of Hampton or in the Hampton Roads area should be aware that we have a hero that's right here interred at this cemetery.
And just 2 rows up and to the left, another decorated sergeant from World War I.
This is George M. Nesbitt. He was someone that I knew.
They were neighbors here on Lincoln Street in Hampton.
A lot of kids would come up to Mr. George, hi, Mr. George, and sometimes he'll hand out money.
He also remembers when he died. Mr. Ford was 13, but still has the image of the flag-draped casket. And then decades later, Mr. Ford would reunite with Sergeant Nesbitt here at the Hampton VA Cemetery.
After my employment here, I discovered that he was buried here as well. I'm glad he's buried here.
Also buried here, 2 more Medal of Honor recipients. Sergeant Alfred Hilton, shot in the leg while carrying 2 flags through heavy enemy fire. Corporal Charles Veal of Portsmouth was able to pick up one of the flags before it hit the ground.
There's a total of 779 USCTs buried here, or United States Colored Troops buried here at Hampton National Cemetery.
Veal and Hilton worked together more than 100 years ago. Today, buried just feet away from one another.
Wait a minute.
A few rows up to the right, next to a big tree, Andrew Triplett, one of the last soldiers buried here in 2000.
He received a Purple Heart.
He was a lieutenant in the Navy for 13 years, lived in Norfolk. Triplett was one of 17 sailors killed when a suspected terrorist bomb tore through the destroyer USS Cole in Yemen.
This is a place, a final resting place for people that have served this country, and we want it to look like this and represent them forever.
4 decorated African-American soldiers who will be forever remembered here in a quiet place, a sanctuary hidden in Hampton. And the Hampton VA National Cemetery now buries about 50 to 70 spouses of those who've served a year. Well, 10 on Your Side is committed to celebrating Black History Month. Tomorrow at 5:30, Kara Dixon sits down with one of the last remaining Tuskegee Airmen. Hear his story of pride and unity while the world was at war.